So of course the only question that I can have to start off this video, which are your favourite films that were released in 2008? 2008 was an odd year for me for cinema. I went to the cinema quite a lot. It's kind of when I started to get into film, and then that dipped a bit, and then in 2010 that kind of went back up again. So a lot of the films on this list are, maybe just by coincidence, films that I saw in the cinema, but I think possibly also because I have that kind of positive memory attached to them, it heightens my enjoyment. So maybe bear that in mind, especially with the first one. So these are in no order, but the first one is The House Bunny. I was a very girly girl. This was back in the day when Playboy was a strong fashion brand for teenagers, and I had, you know, Playboy umbrella, Playboy perfume. It was a very big thing for the bunny, and The House Bunny was brilliant, and I loved Anna Faris in it. I loved all of the pink, very girly film, very funny film. I haven't seen it in quite a few years, and I think if I were to watch it now as a fully grown adult who isn't, it's not that I'm not girly, but I wear a lot of black, very absorbed in darker films, thrillers and horrors, I probably wouldn't like it as much. Number one is, I feel like the first horror film that I ever saw in the cinema. This is actually a remake, and this is One Missed Call. And if your phone rings, you're going to die, and you're going to die in a ludicrous way. Not quite as ludicrous as Final Destination, but still not necessarily straightforward. And it was intense. And there's a scene where they're crawling through the, is it under the, in the floorboards or in the walls? I can't remember exactly, but it was terrifying. I was 15 or 16, depending on which side of 2008 this was released, and it terrified me. Number three is another one I saw in the cinema, and this kind of got me into the films of Eva Longoria, and it's Over Her Dead Body. I love any film that involves the combining of earth with spirits, specifically people who either don't know they're dead or they're dead and it's, you know, they're walking on earth, and this is just fantastic. Again, I haven't seen it in quite a long time, but my memories of this film are very positive. Lindsay Sloan's in it. It's a brilliant film and it's very fun, and I actually may have to go and watch it again this week. And the penultimate one is Sunshine Cleaning, which is amazing. It's Amy Adams and Emily Blunt, two of my favourite actresses. They set up this business where they clean up after crimes, suicides, murders, anything like that. And it's kind of like a behind the scenes of the crime scene, but it's very funny, a little bit sentimental, but it's so amusing, and it's so, somebody who loves crime fiction and true crime and crime dramas, it's an interesting way of looking at it, and it kind of made me think, well, I want to do that. I have no ability in doing that. I can barely wash dishes, so nobody is going to trust me with a potentially toxic crime scene. It's gorgeous. The last one is beautiful, and then I went and read the novel around which this is based, and the novel is probably one of my top 5 favourite novels of all time, and that's Brideshead Revisited, written by Evelyn Waugh. Emma Thompson is in this, that was why I watched it initially. It's very quintessential English. We have some amazing characters, proper Oxbridge educated boys. It's, if you like things like Dead Poets Society or An Education, anything that deals with highbrow college, anything written kind of Edwardian style, costumes, honestly it's sensational. I love the film. I love the novel more, but I love the film. Those are my top 5. While I wasn't clutching at straws with those 5, I would have been pressed if I had to do a top 10. Let me know your favourite films released in 2008.